Once you have completed part one of this spike design, which should look something like this, you're going to come up, and you can't just create a 2D sketch for the next thing that we're going to do. You're going to do a slightly different way of making a material rather than extruding. So the first thing that we want to do, we want to come over to Origin, and we want to click on this little arrow here, and then I want you to come and just hover over these top three, and you'll see those different work planes, X, Y, and Z, there. And you want to choose not the flat one, which is this one here, okay, depending which one you chose earlier. You don't want to choose the one that's flat, but you want to choose one of the ones that is kind of vertical. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and choose this one, and I want you to right click on that and then go down and turn on visibility. Now that is visible there. Now the reason I did that is because I want to put a sketch on a vertical plane, and now that is there, I've got something I can put my sketch on. You can't put sketches on anything that's a curve, but now I've got a straight kind of area there. If you come over to the edge there, you can put a sketch on that. Okay. Now we can't see the inside of this sketch here. If I drew a line here, you wouldn't be able to see because it's there's this material in front. But if you right click here and go to slice graphics, then you can, it kind of cuts your material in half where your work plane is, and you can now see it. And now we can start to make our design. So the first thing that you are going to do is you're going to create a line from the center point here, okay, going all the way across to here, like that. That's by 10 millimeters. And then that line should continue just there. So we're going to continue going on. If it doesn't, just click again. I want you to go up by 20. So we're just going to tap in 20 this time. Okay. Because we can't see anything, the top of the line, we're just going to zoom all again. Just that button there, that brings it all into focus. Escape this time to get out of that line. And I want you to click on line tool again. Come over, click on that center point there. And I want you to go vertically up. You can see it's vertically because it says 0 degrees. And I want you to go up by 35 millimeters. Again, I can't see the top, so I'm just going to zoom all. Okay, and there's the top, and escape to come out of the line tool. This time I want you to choose arc tool. It's this 3-point arc that you want, and it's the first one highlighted there. Click on the top of that line and come down and click on this button here, on this bottom part of the line. And then you can move this. This is creating you an arc, and I want you to kind of suggest it this way, and then I want you to tap in 20 millimeters. Okay, and that's giving us a kind of a radius. If this was a full circle, the radius would be 20 millimeters. You're now complete on this sketch, so we're going to finish our sketch there. Okay, zoom all so we can see everything. Now we're going to use the revolve button. You can see your sketch is just here. We're going to use the revolve button, and the first thing it asks for is the profile, but it's already guessed what the profile is going to be because we've only got one to choose from. So the next thing it asks for, and you can see the axis button is highlighted, is what it's going to revolve around. So we're just going to select this line here, and that's going to be the center point. And once we've done that, it's guessed it wanted it to go around a full amount as well. Okay, now it's very important that you click on this button called New Solid again before you finish, and click OK. So New Solid, that's because it's a different piece of material, and then OK. Now we've got our work plane here. So I'm just going to hover over the edge of that, right click, and turn that visibility off. You could have done that here. We're just going to close that. Save as we go along. And then we want to assign some materials. So we're going to click on this button up the top here. And the first thing we want to do is assign a material to this. So I'm going to go ahead and choose aluminium in the search bar here. And that's giving me these ones. So I'm going to click on my revolution here. And then I'm going to click on this button here, and that adds the appearance to the document and to the highlighted revolution that I have there. Then I'm going to click off of that. I'm going to click on my kind of top circle area there, that's the extrusion there, and I'm going to search for blue because I want that to be a blue acrylic. And we can look down here, we've got a nice sky dark blue there, so I'm going to add that appearance in. Okay, and you can see it's added to the material there. Okay, click off of that. I'm going to click on both of these extrusions. That was the first circle we did, and that was the hole in that circle, which means it's the same material. and I'm going to choose oak for this. I'm going to search for oak. That red oak will look nice, so whilst those two are highlighted, I'm going to hit this arrow button here. It adds it to the document and it also colours it oak. So once it's done that, I can now click off of that, and there I have my material with it nicely done. The last thing you might decide to do is just come over, hover over your house button at the top here. Sorry, just click off that. Let's try that again one more time. So just right click on that and set current view. Well, actually you probably first want to hit this button here so it puts it in nice isometric. Right click on that, set current view and fit to view, and then save. There's your work complete.